Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys been enjoying the content channel as of late. It is late here in the house. It's about almost getting close to 11:30. Um, I just talked to my brother about this, and I actually really want to talk about this because I had no idea that this was occurring, at least to this scale. So I think it's very important to talk about right now. As you can see, based on the title, we are talking about an AI actress named Tilly Norwood. Now, this is the photo of her, or it, and as you can also see from the title, this debuted at Zurich Summit, so some film festival, something, and apparently the industry is actually engaging with this technology, as they are quote wanting this algorithm to be the next Scarlett Johansson. So we're gonna read this and we're gonna see what's up. I read a little bit of it, and then I saw some videos relating to this, and I'll talk about, if they don't discuss it here, some of the stuff I saw based on what my brother showed me. So, but let's read this. So this is coming from Variety. So AI actress Tilly Norwood has attracted the attention of multiple talent agents, actor, comedian, and producer Eline Van der Velden. That's what this person told at a panel at the Zurich Summit, um, which is the industry strand of the Zurich Film Festival. Tilly Norwood is the first creation to emerge from recently launched AI talent studio Excadia. Sorry, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what the word is at all. It spinoff from Val der Velden's AI production studio Particle 6. Van der Velden said that studios were quietly moving forward with AI projects now, uh, and that further announcements would come in the next few months. Okay, two things, one true statement here and then one false statement here. So it is true that studios are quietly moving forward with AI projects. We know this because if you have been following the news for any amount of time, and just frankly, just being realistic, studios are obviously moving forward with this stuff, and have been implementing it for probably the past year or so. We know for a fact that Sony is very open about this. They said many years ago that, oh yeah, we're just going to be using AI in our productions. So at least one of these major companies, or major studios, you know, is just kind of putting it out on Front Street. They're not saying which projects specifically or specifically. I always get that word messed up. Um, which projects specifically are being used in, but it's the reason why it's all quiet right now is because of all the response that I'm going to show you at the bottom of this article. Um, because people are just uh, not in agreement with utilizing AI in film right now. So that's why it's right now quietly moving. Now, the other part of this that I feel is probably a little bit of a false statement on her end is further announcements coming in the next few months. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I don't think that in the current state of things that you're going to hear anything in the next few months. Next few years, that's a different story. Probably give it like another 10 or 15 years when, new generations come along and this is more normalized to them. Different story at that point. But currently, as it stands, you're not going to hear anything in the next few months. So I feel like that's a bit of a false statement. She has a statement of her own. She said, quote, we were in a lot of boardrooms around February time, and everyone was like, no, this is nothing. It's not going to happen. Then by May, people were like, we need to do something with you guys, said Van der Velden, who was being interviewed on stage Saturday by Diana Lauderhose of Deadline. Um, it's a quick turnaround of time. Um, I'm wondering if the creation of Tilly, whatever her name is, Norwood, I'm wondering if that maybe had a huge bigger part in changing their minds and showing the potential for less risk. I'm wondering if that maybe played a part in it. And February was a different story. Maybe that Tilly was not a thing back then. I don't know. When we first launched a Tilly, people were like, "What's that?" And now we're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her in the next few months. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Um, I can tell you for sure that it's not going to be anything noteworthy, like WME or whoever, like these major talent agencies here and there. No way in hell are they going to be representing this thing. No, absolutely not. It's probably some small town agency that's probably looking to get a name for themselves. That's probably what this is going to be like, but you're not going to get any major people behind this. Absolutely not. But the fact that we're entering an era now where AI, like algorithms, can be represented by agencies is it's just insane. In July, Norwood, the algorithm, revealed on its Facebook page that she had appeared in her first role, a comedy sketch AI commissioner, which can be found below. This, and I saw this video. Some of the AI stuff was a little noticeable. The rest, honestly, not that much, which is really scary. Um, but this AI algorithm has a Facebook page and an Instagram page. That is false advertisement, by the way. If you are not letting people know that this is an AI algorithm in like the description box or whatever like that, if you don't make it known to the consumer that this is an AI, and she is also, or it is being represented as an actress and having all these the talent agencies and stuff like that, you're potentially creating a lawsuit there. So be very, very careful with how you do this, because that can lead to other things. It wrote, "Can't believe it. My first ever role is live. I star in AI Commissioner, a new comedy sketch that playfully explores the future of TV development produced by the brilliant team at Particle 6 Productions. I may be AI generated, but I'm feeling very real. I'm feeling very real emotions right now. I bet. I'm so excited for what's coming next. All this, I guarantee you, is probably AI generated. Just saying." Yeah, it is because, well, it's coming from uh, the interface, I guess, of an AI algorithm. So we want Tilly to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. That's the aim of what we're doing. That is not going to happen. I can tell you that for sure. That is not going to happen, at least right now. It's not happening right now. Adding that economic issues were driving the movie and TV business toward AI production. And we've been through here. Let me finish. Let her finish. People are realizing that their creativity doesn't need to be boxed in by a budget. There are no constraints creatively, and that's why AI can be really positive. It's just about changing people's viewpoint. No, for her, it's for her, she's making money off of it. So for obviously being the person that is marketing Tilly, for her, obviously, she is going to market it as a positive thing because she wants to make her money. But we know why it is that productions have been struggling. It is because of Hollywood's inability to recognize how studios manage their money. It has nothing to do with people working on set. It doesn't have to do with like demand. Sometimes, maybe in some cases, it has to do with actor demands or filmmaker demands. I'm looking at you, Todd Phillips, with Joker 2 and WB. Really, you should have stepped in. Um, it's about management of production, and these Hollywood executives or well whatever, they don't they just are throwing money sometimes at stuff. Look at this film that just came out this weekend, One Battle After Another. Like almost a $200 million investment. Like what went wrong there? With something that looks more like an 80 something $1 million movie. Like, what happened there? You know what I mean? So it's not because their creativity is boxed in, it's not because of certain restraints or whatever like that. No, it's not because of that at all. They have they're pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into films. They have so much flexibility, but the problem with that is that they don't recognize their audience. They're not recognizing how many people actually are showing up to the theater and wanting to actually care to even check out a movie in a theater nowadays. That's a huge part of it. It has nothing to do with us. Like, all this is just for her benefit, what she's saying here. Literally, like, her saying this part right here is just about changing people's viewpoint. Yeah, because you're wanting to make money, and having to change their viewpoint makes it more likely for you to make money. Um, In a LinkedIn post, Van der Velden commented, "Audiences, they care about the story, not whether the star has a pulse. Tilly is already attracting interest from talent agencies and fans. The age of synthetic actors isn't coming; it's here." Again, a lot of marketing stuff, but the sad truth of it, and I'll just finish this. Particle 6 has produced content across multiple genres, from Miss Holland for BBC Three to True Crime Secrets for Hearst Networks and Look See Wow for Sky Kids. Here's the thing about this statement. As much as this statement today does not hold water, okay? Because obviously today, if you were to tell someone that the actor or actress that they just saw was fake, um, they would feel a bit robbed, and they would not feel as if that they had just watched a genuine piece of storytelling, because it wasn't. You cannot get you can manipulate, right? You can uh, mimic emotional states, but and I get that and that's the thin line between acting, right, is that it is mimicking emotions, but the key factor to it is that it is coming from someone who understands those emotions. With an AI algorithm, they don't know anything outside of whatever it is the engineer is feeding them. So in turn, it really is them who is putting on the performance. They're just guiding this algorithm to emote in a certain way. But they themselves, the AI, does not recognize that themselves in that equation. They're always to a service to a certain being. So, so, and I get it that some people flat out just may not care, but the reality is to this, and I know it's a sad reality to sit with. She is also right. She is also right. The age of synthetic actors will be arriving soon. It will be. In about 10 or 15 years' time, I guarantee you, we will be seeing synthetic actors. And there still may be pushback for it, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be also a larger community, basically whatever the next generation is going to be in the next 10 or 15 years, that are more willing to gamble with this because it's more normalized now at that specific point in time. Right now, as it stands, it's all experimental, right? But in 10 or 15 years' time, I was going to say 10 or 15 minutes, 10 or 15 years down the line, when it's more integrated and companies are more willing to admit to the fact that they use AI programs, and we know they're using them now. It's not a shock. Of course, they're using them. Remember, Disney was going to put AI stuff into the Moana live action and the upcoming Tron Ares. Um, they were going to do it, but they piggybacked from it because, well, they didn't want that bad publicity surrounding the story, surrounding the production, so or surrounding the film, that is. But so until it becomes financially beneficial, they're not going to say anything about it. But in the same breath of saying financially beneficial to them, they're also going to keep on using it, because in their eyes, they're not the problem. The problem is to do with workers. It has to do with just the rates that these actors are asking for, and a lot of the time that's not the case. A lot of time that's not the case. Okay, the problem has always been with the studios, how they manage their money, how they manage production, how they manage just the investment overall. That's what the problem is. And sometimes it is the filmmaker's fault. Like I said, Todd Phillips, and at that one point, remember with Joker 2, and the studio didn't say anything about it, and the movie just blows up into like a $200 million investment. It's like, but at the end of the day, the buck ends, or the stopping point is with these higher ups in these studios. They have to be able to step in and say no, and they have to be willing to also recognize the fault that they have in all of this, which is pretty large. And judging by the comments here, currently as it stands, it is not received well. And I don't blame any of these people. I mean, it's just, it is a, it's just, it's a very scary period that we're entering right now, you know? And I don't know how genuine she's being. She seems like she's overselling it a little bit, because I don't know what major studio, well, actually, no, I mean, they probably would gamble with this, especially if they especially if they can get away with it, right? If they can get away with it, they would do it. Tron Ares was gonna have a whole character in AI, so so it's not like that these companies don't already think these things. So yeah, it's a scary period that we're entering, and it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. I wish there was a way to stop this, but there really isn't. So it is what it is. I am not for it one bit, but I know that's where we're headed. So yeah, that is the story for today. Very, very scary. Uh, yeah, very, very, very dark period that we're about to be entering here in the next coming years. So, but you guys, let me know your thoughts on the story in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about synthetic actors? That's going to probably be the term that we're going to use to describe these people or these algorithms. How do you feel about it? Are you for it or you're not for it? If you are for it, let me know your thoughts about it. I would be curious to know about your thoughts. I personally am not for it in one, but I don't think it makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But let me know your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.